Hello friends, I'm your friend Jack. It's about 12 at night, and once again I'm here live in front of you. As you know, we've spent entire nights at 5 different locations before, but we neither saw nor heard anything frightening. This has only strengthened our belief that ghosts, spirits, and such things are mere nonsense. They have no existence and are nowhere to be found. So I'm here at a new location, and according to our pact, I have to spend the night here as well. Ready for a new adventure? Let's go.
Suddenly, the internet connection was lost. Paused the video uploaded on YouTube last night. He turned off the phone's screen and held the phone in his hands, looking outside through the car's open window with a gaze full of sadness. The clock struck around 10 in the morning. A gentle, golden sunlight filled the forest. In the middle of that forest, a white car could be seen slowly moving forward on a dirt road. Inside the car, college boys and girls were observing the forest's eerie silence without saying a word, trying to understand it with their eyes alone. The strangest part was the complete absence of any sounds from wildlife. No animals, not even birds. It seemed as though neither humans, wild animals, nor even birds dared to enter that area. The car stopped at one spot, and slowly all the friends got out, looking around in astonishment. In front of them stood a grand, yet old mansion. Observing the area, they walked up to the mansion's gate and, after climbing the steps, stopped outside the door. One of the boys gently pushed open the old wooden door, which creaked and stopped halfway. Although the mansion was old, it was still quite beautiful. The walls were faded, perhaps from withstanding scorching sun, freezing cold, and heavy rain over the years. Yet, it stood tall and strong.
"Jack?"
called out one friend, stepping into the mansion and looking around. His voice echoed off the empty walls. Then another friend, Ariana, also called out as she inside there was an unusual, deadly silence. Even though it was daylight, a strange fear gripped them. The 3 boys and 2 girls began searching for their friend. In every room, closet, and space where he could possibly hide. But Jack was nowhere to be seen. Neither was there any sign of his presence. His phone had been off since last night, and the digital camera was also missing. They were growing worried from searching. Then, Sophia began to feel an ominous sensation in the mansion, and exhausted, she felt dizzy. Seeing her condition, Tom suggested,
"Maybe we should leave."
Frustrated, they all left empty-handed. Tears started welling up in Ariana's eyes, and just then, they felt as if someone was watching them from the basement window. In the dark, a pair of glowing red eyes stared at them menacingly, though none of them noticed the basement. All the friends returned to their car, glancing at the dense jungle around, the thorny bushes, and the absolute silence, with only the faint rustling of leaves in the breeze. Seeing all this, Liam said,
"Guys, even in broad daylight and with all of you here, I am absolutely scared. Jack spent the entire night here alone. One must salute his courage."
Listening to his words, Tom started the car. Their car slowly began moving forward on the dirt road of the forest. Sitting at the back, Ariana gave one last glance at that deserted mansion. That abandoned mansion appeared even more mysterious. From that vent in the basement, those two eyes were still staring at Ariana.
Sir, our friend Jack had disappeared.
All the friends reached the police station. Liam told the inspector in a slightly scared voice.
Disappeared? Means?
The inspector looked at everyone with suspicion as Liam narrated everything, one by one, to the inspector. On the chair next to him, Ariana was holding her head and crying. Seeing this, Sophia tried to console her a little. After listening to everything, the inspector leaned back on his chair and looked up at the slowly spinning ceiling fan. Smiling, he said,
Fa. A bet to spend a night alone in such a place about which you had no information.
Hearing the inspector's words, everyone stood there silently, as if they were blaming themselves. The inspector glanced at them again and said to the constable,
Constable, register their FIR. You may leave now, the inspector added. If we get any information, we will inform you.
Sir, please do whatever you can to find our friend. I beg you.
Don't worry. By the way, do Jack's family members know about his disappearance?
Hearing this, everyone exchanged serious glances.
No, but since morning, his parents have been calling us, asking about him.
And what did you tell them?
We told them he wasn't with us. If we had told them the truth, they would have held us responsible for his disappearance.
Well, aren't you all responsible for his disappearance?
No, sir. We didn't do anything. He researched this mansion online. He had a habit of accepting ghostly challenges and exploring such places. He had done this many times before. You can also watch his channel on YouTube.
Taking out his phone from his pocket, searching for the video on YouTube, he placed his phone in front of the inspector and said,
Look at this, sir.
In the video, Jack was seen walking in a desolate area. Some old ruins or a mansion could be seen in the background. Holding a digital camera in his hand, Jack moved forward, recording every single thing. At the same time, he was also giving information about the place and the time.
So this is your friend Jack?
The inspector said in a stern voice, and they nodded their heads in agreement. All the friends went back home, upset. None of them could focus on their work. Ariana was the most heartbroken because Jack and Ariana loved each other deeply. Despite Ariana's repeated pleas, Jack had accepted the bet proposed by Liam, which had now caused this situation for all of them. Jack's parents had been calling since morning, asking about their son. However, no one had an answer to their questions. It was night. Ariana sat quietly on a chair near the dining table, staring blankly at nothing.
Ariana, dear, what happened?
I'm not feeling well, Dad. I'll go and rest.
Dear, eat something. If you go to bed hungry, you won't be able to sleep.
I'm not hungry, Dad.
Seeing her pale face, her mother added,
Ariana, dear, Jack isn't a child. He must have gone somewhere with his friends in search of a new adventure. He will come back. Don't worry.
Hearing her mother's words, Ariana smiled faintly and went to her room. She locked the door behind her and lay on her bed, crying bitterly. Memories of Jack flooded her mind, and she couldn't stop thinking about him. She picked up her phone and dialed Jack's number. She knew his phone had been switched off since last night, but her heart refused to accept the truth. As expected, the phone was still switched off. Disheartened, she placed the phone on the bed and broke down in tears once again, consumed by his memories. Everything had been going so well, spending hours together, riding on his bike to distant hills, watching movies, and even braving freezing cold nights just to enjoy her favorite ice cream while roaming the city. But in a single moment, everything had changed. If you liked this story, please subscribe to our channel.